Hi everyone, welcome to the Canva workshop. I just wanted to put this really basic workshop together just because a lot of people have contacted me about how I put my posts together and how they like my posts, and I just thought I wanted to share with you just what I use really and how you can also use it. So to create all of my posts I use Canva. I absolutely love it. It's my complete graphic design go-to web application. So I'm going to show you how to do a social media post, and then I might flick through the different types of templates you can make. So for a social media post, you click on social media. And so it comes up with a blank page like this. This is perfect for any social media posts to do with, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It's perfect. Perfect for a Facebook profile picture as well. So what I do to start creating my post, I like to put a background in first. So in my uploads, this is the upload section, I have just a whole library really of everything that I've uploaded and used. For my backgrounds, I have scanned in watercolours that I've painted, and that's what I use because that's the brand that I created. I use the watercolours for it, but obviously on a digital scale I scan them in and then I use them through Canva. So to put that on your background, just click on it. I always then just stretch it to the edges so there's no blank white page that you can see. So then that's the background in place. So let's do a positive quote. I love to put quote marks in. So if you go to the search at the top, I just put in quote, hit return, and the quote marks come up. If you click on them, it'll put them on the page for you. So let's just drag that up. So I always like to put them at the top. I don't know why, just personal preference, I suppose. And if you click on them, you can change the colour. So let's go for black. So let's put those in. If you go to the text menu, it'll come up with all these, and you've got loads to choose from here. These are templates. I'll just quickly show you one of these. This is a nice one to use. I've used this one before. So these are for you to edit. So if you just click on them, it's a little bit slow, but you can just take this out and then just enter the text that you want. And it keeps it in that font as well. Keeps it in the format, keeps it in the font. It's a quite nice little setup to have. There we go. Okay, so that's how you use the already made templates for the text. I don't use those very often for my posts. I did use them in the past. I did really like using them. Let's just delete that. There we go. So I'm going to use the add main heading here. This is obviously your main heading, this is your subheading, and then you can use this for body text. So, but for the quotes that I do, I always pick the main heading. spell today. Right, let's go for another one. And you know what? Let's put live above that. Okay, live, laugh, love. Very generic quote, but there we go. It's just an example. So you can then change the font. I always like to highlight it. I don't think you have to highlight it, but that's just me. So I like to just be quite creative with the fonts. I do tend to stick to the same one, but let's go for a different one today. Okay, so you can change the size of the font by clicking here. So 42, let's go for 72. That's nice. Put that in the middle. Okay, so now what I'm going to show you is from the upload section again. I like to put like peonies and flowers and things on my post. So I love this one. I love this picture. So what I do for this is I crop the picture. So click into add the picture, and then just select the area that you want, press the tick, and there you go, you're just left with that area. Then I like to rotate them. I like them going up the side. So just rotate using this arrow. All you do is click on it and drag. And then make them bigger. Okay, so it just looks like I've covered up that text. What I'm going to do now is show you, because we've cropped it, you know, this isn't like Photoshop or anything. You know, we're not going to be able to cut images out of the background on images and just have the free floating image. So what I do now, if I click on it again, and we go to this up here, this is the transparency. So if you click on that, you can choose how transparent you want that image. And I just think it blends well. I think it goes really nicely. You know, it's just a way of making it a nice design without having to go through all the faff of, you know, using something like Photoshop. So let's put that like that. Maybe take it right way up. You know, how you put these posts together is completely up to you. You know, we all have different design tastes. Let's put that backwards so that sits behind. So if you go to arrange, and if I click forwards now, that image that we've just put to the back can come forwards again, or you click backwards, it goes right to the back. It doesn't overlap anything apart from the background. So that is, just drag that over a little bit more. Oh. Okay, click the image. Just want that to come over a little bit more. I'm just going to drag that down. Okay, so that at the moment looks a really nice, appealing quote. However, I like to just add a little bit of glitter because that's what I'm like. So I've gone to my uploads again. I've just got you know, on my uploads, I've just got a whole library. You can use the Canva library. You can get Canva for free. That's absolutely fine. I've got it for free just because, like I said, I use a lot of my own uploads. If you wanted to pay for it, I think it's around £12 a month. And you get the pro account, and it is good. You know, you do get a lot for your money. So if you do need an instant library and a full library, it's worth paying that. But anyway, so I've got this glitter background, and what I'm going to do is crop it. I'm just going to stretch that up and stretch that down to the edge. And then pull it like that, because I want just a thin strip of that glitter. And press the tick. And that's where I want to put it, right there. So it's almost like just a little border going down there. So there we go, we've got a really beautiful post that we can upload onto Facebook or Instagram. So to get this onto your computer, what you do, you press download. Now I know it says recommended for the PNG, but I would always go for the JPEG. Just because I do, and also if you're uploading it onto a website, the PNGs are a much bigger file and more likely to slow down your website. So the JPEG, I think, is recommended. So if you press download, it's preparing our design. Okay, so, and as you can see, it's come down here in the corner. If you click on it, you can open it in Paint, or just I click OK on the photos. And it comes up like that. Now you can right click on it and either you can save it, copy it, you know, do what you need to do with it. Now you can print it. So that's how I do my posts that you see on social media. Okay, let's get rid of that now. Let's just start again. Okay, so back to the homepage of Canva. So as you can see, these are all the posts that I've done and some things that I'm working on as well at the moment. I'm going to, if you click the More tab here, I'm going to show you exactly what you can do with it. So we've got social media posts, we've got the A4 template, which is really good for workbooks. You can do your Facebook cover photo, logos it's really good for, email headers, blogs. You know, there's so many things you can choose from. There is an Instagram post here. I don't know what the difference is between a specific Instagram post and a social media post. Or slightly bigger in size, the Instagram post, but to be honest, I use a social media post and it's absolutely fine. You can create documents. It's just a really brilliant way of creating a lovely library of content, really. So you can even have postcards, invitations, you know, all of that sort of stuff, Facebook ads, you know, it's just really versatile. So let me show you. I'm going to show you Facebook cover, I think. So I'll show you what it comes up like and you can see. Okay, so it's obviously it's going to be different. So each time you click on a different blank canvas, if you like, these come up. I don't know whether you noticed them last time with the social media post. These are all the Canva layouts that you can choose from. Because I'm on the free version, they tell you which ones are free, and then they tell you which ones you've got to pay for with the $ here. So let's choose, I'm just going to show you one. Let's choose this one. Everyone needs someplace beautiful, lovely. Okay, so then you can just click on it and edit. Just edit whatever, you know, whatever you need. whatever you need to say, whatever your post is about. Sorry for my notifications popping up. Let's just go back in there again. Okay, then if you click on this section, right, the section behind here, you can change the colour. So click on the colour up here. If you click on the plus, it brings you your colour wheel, so you can mix whatever colour you like. So that looks quite nice. So we'll go with that one. And what they've done with this background is they've used the transparency. So if you wanted, you could have it more opaque, or you know, so you just play around with it and see what design you like. Okay, so that is an example of the made pre-made Canva layouts already. Help if I get my words out. Anyway, so that's an example of those. I mean, I've used them in the past, but I don't tend to use them anymore because I tend to make them my own from scratch. I'm just going to run through now these different tabs down the side, because I know that I didn't do that on the last post. So the elements, these are really good. I always use the shapes. The shapes are brilliant. You know, there's just lots of choice, all free, you know, depending on what you need to create. There is a lot of things. And also, if I'll click on one, I'll click on the heart. It's cute. Okay, so my default colour on here for a lot of things is lilac. I absolutely love it. But if you click on whatever shape you need to use, it appears here. If you click on the corners, you know, you can resize it. This one, again, rotate. Click on the colour tab and you can choose your colour. So let's go for pink. You know, I mean, even, you know, depending on what you're trying to create, you can even hang things off the side like that and make it look like half a heart. Whatever, I mean, you know, the design ideas that you can get from here is endless, really. So they're the shapes. Let me see what else we've got. So we've got grids. So this is where you can, you know, like collages really, you can have several photos or images together. They're just really nice. So that just fills that. And put your pictures wherever. Let's see what else I've got on here. Wherever you want, really. Let's have that one. That's nice. I don't know this one. Okay, lovely. So then you have got a nice selection of pictures, and to be honest, you could make that as your Facebook background if that's what you wanted to portray. So, sorry, your cover photo. So yeah, it's just a really basic, simple way of getting a cover photo done. So let's delete that. So that's just an example of the grids. All different formations, you know, again, all free. So we'll get away from those. Now we have frames. So frames are, there's one frame that I love using in particular. I'll show you that one. So we'll go for a background. Let's say let's use, where's my glitter gone? I want to use my glitter again. There we go. I absolutely love glitter. So let's just stretch that over. You can really really see that now. There we go. Okay, let's go back to, sorry, elements, and the frame that I absolutely love using is this one. Okay. Yeah, it's not going to particularly work well on a Facebook post, but anyway, you're going to get the idea. Could have, this is on a Facebook cover photo. So what you could do, so what I like to do is I like to use this on my social media posts. However, because we're on the template for the Facebook cover, it doesn't fit as well. So let's just make a design up. That's what you do on Canva, you make a design up. So yeah, let's go back to the uploads, pick a nice watercolour. Let's go over that. There we go. So once you've clicked here to put it into here, all you have to do is just hover it over the frame and it drops it in. And it just fills that frame. So let's see now what to do with that middle bit. Yeah, you can see lots of different photos and pictures, everything that I use. Okay, let's just go for the peonies again. That's going to fit pretty nicely in there, I think. Just stretch it over. Okay. So you get the idea of the different things that you can use. And add some text. Put that a little bit higher. The great thing about Canva as well is that if you get your text and you just press your cursor on it, you can pick it up, okay? If you move it about, these lines here, if you can see the lines that appear, okay. Okay, see the lines that appear like that? That tells you that the word laugh is in the middle of that picture, of that block, and also it is just above the live. So you can get your positioning right. You know, you don't, it drives me up the wall when I can't get things central, I can't stand it. Same with this one. You know, the line in the middle, going right down the middle, is telling us that is in the middle of that block. Okay, so just add love for the last page. So yeah, there we go. So I've got it in the middle, but it was slightly above live. I don't like that. So bring it down, it'll tell you when it's lined up. Drop. There you go. And all I want to do now is just want to make this one a little bit different. Go for, let's go for playlist script. Let's see what that looks like. There we go. Just, you know, makes it a little bit different. So that's the frames, and that's how to make a Facebook cover as well. Let me see what else we haven't covered. So obviously if you wanted to download that, oh yeah, because we messed around with the I love to travel, if you wanted to click on that, you can then, it'll save it as whatever you have typed in first. So then if you've deleted it, it won't rename the document. So you just click on that's the title there, and that you just click on that to change it. There we go, and press done. It changes it. Then if you want to download it, like before, download it as a JPEG. Okay, so to show you the other elements, I'm going to go back to the social media. I'm just going to check what other elements that I need to show you. Yeah, okay. So showed you the grids, the frames, the shapes. They're pretty straightforward, really. I think I might have shown you those. Yeah, I showed you the heart. Okay. Lines. Okay, so to add another little design element, you have lots of different patterns, colours. You can change all the colours as well, so don't think that you have to pick something that to the colour that you are wanting. I love the arrows on here, so click on them. You can resize those arrows. You can rotate them again. And you can change the colour. I just think they're really nice. Also, if you click on that, you've got it to the size that you want, you've got your colour, you think brilliant, but I just want another one. Click on it, press copy. So it will copy the exact image that you've got there. So you don't have to faff around having to resize to make sure it's the right size as the other one. There we go. So that's that. Let's see what else there is. Sometimes the menus do flip back up. It's a bit annoying, but so then there's dotted lines. Pick different colours. Just resize that to make it go all the way across. And then if you copy that, you can then put another one down here, like that. There we go, that one. Okay. Oops. Just click off that. Gone a bit crazy. So illustrations. These are it's just basically like clip art. There's so much to see and choose. Okay, so these you can change the colour, but with the other ones, let me just have a look at these. There's somewhere there. You can change the outline colour, but you can't actually fill these. So, you can change that outline colour, but the fill is just going to be still white. I thought that was the case on those. These are quite, nice. They're quite good to use. Just depending on, your branding and what you want to put out there, really. Icons are good. So these are you can change these colours as well. They're just really nice to use. I use these on Instagram for the story highlights. When you can save a story highlight, I give it a front cover and I use these I've got one for my blog, I've got one for my website, I've got one for the courses section. They're really good to use. at this. I think these are just, they like just clip art that says I Heart Canva. I think, yeah, so yeah, it's just all about Canva, that one, which it is really good. Charts. So if you wanted a chart in there, you can add the data, change the style, change the font, click on data, and then you put your label in, your value, whatever you need to put down, underneath, and then the numerical value down the side. The style, you can choose your different styles. You can change all your colours. It's a pretty cool feature if that's what your business needs you to produce. And there's loads of different ones. So backgrounds. Lots of different backgrounds to choose from if you didn't want to go down the route that I have. So obviously I make all my own backgrounds, create everything that I can from scratch. I do use some library photos sometimes, but very rarely really. So let's go on to backgrounds. If you go down here, you can see there's quite a few patterns, textured, and just plain colours, pictures, lots to choose from. Obviously some you do have to pay for, but if you did upgrade your account, you could use them for free. So let's have a look at this one. So that's a nice stripy one. Let's change that colour. So you can change the colours on these, but it's not like you can pick two colours to go through it. It's just the one, and then it just does, just colours it itself. Same with, it's just like the stripe but the other way. Same with these. They're nice though, they're nice to use. That's quite a nice colour. Let's get rid of the charts now. Okay. Let's add a shape. Let's go for circle. Change that colour. Nice bold purple on there. And so just make sure you've got it in the middle. There we go, middle. Click on your heading to add the text. And also, you don't actually have to go through all these menus to find something. You can just use the quick search up here, and that's what I do a lot. So if you type in heart, I'm going to put a nice heart in there. Go for that one. That's cute. Probably make it a little bit smaller. You don't always have to have things like in the middle horizontally. I just like, and if you want to offset it, that's fine. It's just design preference, but I always like to make sure it's down the centre. But you can just move things about to how you want them and how you think it looks best. So we'll go for black. That looks nice. Okay, and so then if you did, because I put my website on all my posts just as a little, I suppose it's a watermark. I've had things taken off social media before in terms of people stealing them. It's not nice. I don't mind people using my content at all, but when they say it's their work and it's not, it's a little bit annoying. So let's just put that on there like that. Okay, so for that I've just added the subheading and used it down the bottom of the page. So I think, let me just, oh yeah, I wanted to show you this. So if you go to layouts, so I've got all the different layouts here for the social media template. Okay, so if you go to elements, again, you've got free photos that you can use. Some really nice photos on here, they're brilliant. If we just get, let's just get rid of that one. Let's get rid of that. So if you just, I'll just go back a step, sorry, I didn't really explain that, I just did it. So if you click on the element that you want to get rid of, you can either press delete on your keyboard or you can press delete up here. I'll just go for delete on the keyboard, a lot of the time it's easier. Let's see if there's a nice photo we can put in the background. No, I don't want that one, I wanted this one. Okay, so let's stretch that. Okay, that's in the middle. Arrange, put it backwards. So it's brought the subheading out that time, press back again. It's brought the heart out, press back again. It's brought the main text out. Okay, so that's another way that you can create your post using the free photos. Also, I'll just get rid of that. So I didn't, oh, there we go. It's just a little bit slow. So using the search, you can also search for photos, but it will bring up everything. So, you know, if you're searching for buildings, then it'll bring up everything to do with buildings. So it'll bring up the icons that they've got available, you know, the clip arty type things, the photos, anything to do with buildings it'll bring up, and it'll bring up free and what you have to pay for as well. So yeah, that's just an example. Let's put flowers. Okay, so it'll bring up all the icons again. Like I said, anything and everything that, you know, to do with flowers, like all the illustrations, it'll bring up. So you can search that way. And then let's take the transparency out of that, just so it's not so bold in the background and we can see our text, and that looks beautiful. So, you know, they're just like different ways that you can create, you know, you can create all sorts really. Just one more thing that I want to show you. Okay, yeah, so let's just get rid of this. I just wanted to show you how it comes up if you pick something that isn't free. So let's just, okay, so I've got here 50% off sale items. Let's use that. Okay, so you can edit these. You know, the same way as you can edit anything else, change the colours and the text and everything. But this crosshatch with the Canva sign in the middle will come up. And that means, you know, it's watermarked. You can't use it unless you pay for it. So you can edit everything for free. It's only when you go to download, it'll take you to the payment page and ask you, I think for like $1 each, if you want to use them as just like one-offs. But if you are going to be using them a lot, it's worth subscribing to Canva. Let me see. Let's just get rid of that a second. Let me see if there's just another template I can show you while we're on here. I'll show you the A4 one because that's how I create my workbooks. I don't always use Canva for my workbooks, but a lot of the time, you know, they have nice images, and it's nice how you can put things together. So I do like to use it. So again, you've got all the templates down here that you can use. If you want to create, that's obviously one you've got to pay for, but if you want to create your weekly schedule, there is a template for a weekly schedule. There we go. Oh. Okay. And again, you know, you can alter bits. You have to just click, see what you can alter, what you can't alter. So, yep, you can alter that bit. And that's great. Let's get rid of that now. Oh, there we go. Let's select the whole and type. Oh. I'll just have to delete it going one by one. Okay, let's start again. Let's start again on that. I clicked the wrong template to show you that. Okay, so with the elements, say you wanted to create, what should we create on this one? Let's create a little work page. You know, you can, if you go to your shapes and click the one that's just got the outline shown, you can create boxes. So maybe this is for people to be able to print off and write in. Let's copy that. And let's copy that. Like that. So there's 3 boxes. They're all the same size. They're all lined up. That's great. So let's add some text. So add the subheading for the text for the questions, because we want them a little bit, we want that text to be smaller. I don't know. Let's do just a quick worksheet. How do you feel today? And it's whatever content, you know, that's relevant to your business, that's relevant to you. How do you feel today? Move that up there. Subheading again. Positive quote for today. Move that to the last one. Add another subheading. Today's task list, let's spell it right. Put that like that. So that is just, you know, let's put a big heading on there. feel happy today. Just made up out of my head, spare of the moment, so, you know, it might not make sense as a worksheet. It might make sense as a worksheet. Let's see. It is just purely an example of what you can do, you know, and that you can download that as a PDF, a JPEG. For documents, I personally like to download them as PDFs. You can either do it standard or print recommended. I do print recommended a lot of the time. So yeah, it's a nice worksheet. You can then, you know, you can play around with it. You can then go back and think, actually, do you know what? I want a flower on it to make it a little bit more interesting. Let's grab a flower. Let's do one like that. Okay, and then mix a colour. Click on that. Just resize that. Copy it, make sure I've got the same size going on. Copy that one again. Oops, make it a little bit bigger. There you go. You know, you can. There's loads of things you can do. Anyway, I hope that has been of use to you. If you've got any questions, just message me. If you'd like to see anything else on Canva, you know, different documents maybe, or something that you're getting stuck with, just let me know. I can put something else together, or I can message you. So yeah, just let me know. I hope you've enjoyed it, and thank you very much.